Alright, this is Thursday, August 26th lesson. Oh, I have a shadow on my thing. We'll get over it. Alright, so slope is the steepness of a line. That's a lousy definition, and other math teachers might disagree. It's rate of change. Okay. Symbol for slope, we're just going to call it M. M is going to represent slope. When given a graph, choose 2 points. And find the rise over the run, or the change in y over the change in x. Change in y over change in x. When given 2 points, there, so given 2 points, say A, that's x sub 1 comma y sub 1, and point B, that's x sub 2 comma y sub 2. You're going to use this formula, y sub 1 minus y sub 2 over x sub 1 minus x sub 2. All right, a lot of textbooks have it the other way, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Why they have it backwards, I have no idea. Okay, there is no reason to do it backwards. Just as long as you're doing the y's on top and x's on the bottom, and you're consistent in your order. Like if you have y sub 1 on top, you got to have x sub 1 first on the bottom. Okay, if you have y sub 2 first on the top, you got to have x sub 2 first on the bottom. I should probably close that window so it quits beeping at me. All right. Oops. So there are special cases. Horizontal lines, the slope is 0. So we just say m equals 0. If you have vertical lines, we say the slope is undefined, or we just say m is undefined. Or sometimes we say no slope. I don't like no slope. Just use is undefined, because people have a tendency to confuse no slope with 0 slope, and that's different. Okay, no slope is not 0. Continuing. Let's look at, oh goodness, why is this not going to work? All right. Okay. So if you're given a graph, pick 2 points at lattice point. A lattice point is here at these intersections. These are lattice points, okay? So that it'll be easier to find the slope. So a lattice point is where these grid lines intersect each other. Okay, so this is not a lattice point. That's not a lattice point there. Okay, so there's 2 points on a lattice point. Okay, and you want to go from left to right. It's easier that way. So I'm going down 3 and right 2. So when it's down, it's negative, and right is positive. So it's down 3, right 2. And remember, it's rise over run. Rise is the up and down, and run is the sideways. So this has a slope of negative 3 over 2. So you went down 2, right 2. I'm sorry, down 3, right 2. And so it's a change in y over the change in x. So if you remember from your science classes, that's a delta. Delta means change. Change in y over change in x. All right, let's look at that. So this is a vertical line, okay? So it's easy to just know what it is. It's vertical line, the slope is undefined. All right, and then third example here. Find a lattice point. Lattice point, okay, so this is not a good lattice point. That's a good lattice point. So let's put a point there. And another one is here. So those are 2 good lattice points. Those aren't the only lattice points. There's one down here, and there's one up here. Okay, so I'm going left to right again. So I'm going to go up 3. So this time I went up 3 and right 2. All right. So that's going to be a slope of. So the rise was 3, and the run was 2. So that's it. All right. Number choice D here. We're going to have, so we're given points this time, so we're going to use the slope formula. And it doesn't matter which one you use. If you can use mine or you can use the classic textbook version, either one is fine. So here, let's label these points. So that's x1, y1, x2, y2. So it's y1 minus y2. So that's going to be negative 2 minus negative 16 over negative 11 minus negative 5. So that's going to give you 14 over negative 6, which is negative 7/3. All right, that's it. E, I want to copy the formula. y1 minus y2. And I suggest that you also copy the formula until you have it memorized. You will not be allowed to use notes on the quiz. So y1 is 6, so it's 6 minus y2 is negative 15 over x1, which is 7, minus x2, which is 0. So that's 21 over 7. Yes, that reduces to 3. Final answer is 3. Probably should have done over here. And it was negative 7/3. Alright, last example. The slope formula, y sub 1 minus y sub 2 over x sub 1 minus x sub 2. So it's 2 minus 2, right? The y's are the same. And negative 9 minus 8. So that's 0 over negative 17, which is 0. And equals 0. When it's 0 in the numerator, it's just 0. If it's 0 in the denominator, it is undefined. Okay? That's it. Hopefully you really didn't need that lesson. You remember from Algebra 1 and Geometry. Alright, that's it.